This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Noreen Sumpter. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm absolutely freezing cold. I'm cold, even though my apartment is warm. It's not as warm as I'd like it to be because I messed up my thermostat and I don't know how to get it where I had it before.
Oh my. So what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in New York City.
Okay.
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
All right. What temperature is it there?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd have to search. It's probably in the 30s.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, isn't it?
Actually, no, tell a lie. It's 28.
Oh, my. There we go. Ouchie.
Well, that's not... Considering last week, I think it was last week, Monday, we were at 7.
Ooh. And again, this is Fahrenheit. I mean, in the Caribbean, we do degrees Celsius, but you're speaking about Fahrenheit here, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ouchie. Well, yeah. Noreen, please do tell me, my friend, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
What of my talents?
Which of them?
I would say that my talent for speaking, right? Because it's what I do in terms of, I speak, naturally, of course, and I'm a personal life coach. So there's a lot of talking and learning and things like that involved in being a personal life coach. So I'd say speaking.
All right. Now, there are many people that speak in life, but it seems to me that there's a particular confidence in the way you speak. Who did you learn that from?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I'm a confidence and self-esteem coach, right? And who did I learn that from? Oh, my God. Well, I grew up in a Caribbean household. My parents were originally from Jamaica. I would say that I have my mother's personality, very similar to my mother, but I have my father's commitment and determination. So I would say I'm a combination of the both. Is
your father from the Caribbean as well? Or are they both?
My father's from Jamaica. They're both from the Caribbean. They're both from Jamaica.
My neighbor, you're my Caribbean neighbor. That's amazing.
That's right, man.
Yeah, man. I love that.
It's so funny because most people think I can't do that. And my friends in New York, they call me a Jafaican.
Not nice.
I know, right? I was like, I'm a Jafaican? Yep, you're definitely a Jafaican. Shut up.
So you're this person that is exuding confidence in the way you speak. I'm guessing that there were challenges in life where other people didn't see the value in your confidence. Why will you continue to repeat the skill of being that person and encouraging others as well?
Let me say this, that it wasn't that people didn't see the confidence. I didn't see the confidence. I didn't know myself as a confident individual, right? I mean, if you saw me, you'd think I was confident, but then deep down, it was like an inauthentic kinds of confident. It was what I did was I would say that I dominated to avoid my own domination. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a pretty intriguing concept. Yeah, so you take the first move.
Right. And so I would say that how it occurred for me, it was like, again, being from a Caribbean family, very strict, I'd say very Victorian type, behaviors, child must be seen and not heard kind of thing. And then also I went to school in Britain and it was like every time, you're domesticated in schools, right? So it's like if you have a voice, right, when you're in school, you're not supposed to use it. You're supposed to speak when you're spoken to and not before. You know that statement. And I was always the chatty one, right? So I always felt that my voice was being taken or shut down or, just not allowed to speak. And so, my parents they were strict and they weren't strict, if you know what I mean. But it's like you knew that look when your mother shot you that look. You knew, see, okay, no. And the look would, but the look would come again and you just kind of like swallow it. It was that kind of thing. So it's very I'd say striking for me that I am a confidence and self-esteem coach, and that my motto or mantra for my clients is own your voice, speak your truth, and live life your way, right? Because if you can own your voice and speak your truth, it's your truth, it's not anybody else's truth, then you get to live life your way. And I find that when you get to live life your way, it's not your mother's, your father's, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, or even society's way. You get to develop your own way, and thus you get to live your life the way you want to live it. So that's how I've grown and developed myself.
That's how she rolls. Now, where's the best place for someone to connect with you who's listening?
Well, most of my people are referrals, but people can connect with me on Noreen at NoreenSumpterCoach.com. And they can find me there, or they can listen to my radio show, which is at www.talkradio.nyc. And I have that show every Tuesday night at 9:00. And I love my show. It's awesome.
I love that.
I mean, I really do. I mean, it sounds really, to some people it might sound like, what? Yeah, I love my show, because I get to be curious and engaged by people and ask questions and just like really find out what makes people tick, why they got into the businesses they got into, why they're in the careers they got into. Was this something that like they were either born into? Did they much like myself? How did you get into this thing? Yeah. So that's what I learned to get to find out. And also it's sort of like a teaching phase. The reason for my show is I want everybody to know that we've all come here with gifts and talents, and we need to exercise them. And once we exercise our gifts and talents, it brings joy and happiness to the world. First definitely. Your world and then the world.
Totally agree. Love it. Love it. Well, do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Well, can I tell you something I've done over the last, my business is consistent over the last 3 years. I'm always doing that because for me, it's like joy. But over the last 2 years, I've done the polar bear plunge.
Ooh,
the Coney Island.
What is that?
The Coney Island polar bear plunge. It's where the first of the year, people embark upon Coney Island and they dunk themselves in the water.
Ooh, what's the temperature of the water?
Well, the first year I did it, which was last year, it was below zero. I can't tell you exactly, but it was below zero, and it was freezing, absolutely freezing. And this year it was a lot warmer. The water was 40 degrees.
How did that feel?
Well, the first time I did it, it was so cold, but it was so much fun. And I was operating 100% on adrenaline, right? Because it was so exciting and so fun. And then the second year I did it, it was like there was no adrenaline. I was wiped out. Wiped, because the adrenaline the first year kept me going for the whole day because it was so exciting. And then last year, the first, when I did it, I got in that water. It was freezing cold, but it was warmer than it was the year before. And then I got home at 3:00, threw myself on the bed, fell asleep, woke up at 8:00. Took a shower, got some food, and went back to bed again. I was wiped out.
Why do you think that happened? Why do you think?
Because I had no adrenaline. I wasn't operating on adrenaline.
It's intriguing. Did the same people go with you?
Well, I actually did it by myself. And this year I tried to find people to do it, and everybody was like, hell no, we're not doing that. Are you crazy? I was like, a bit crazy. Yes, you have to be crazy. And but I found the guys that I did it with last year, and so it was like a wash, rinse, repeat. So it was great. It's awesome. I recommend it to everyone. It's a great way to take a risk and start your year.
Love it. All right. Again, amazing audience. You're hearing it live here from Noreen Sumpter. As you can hear, she is the host of Talk Radio NYC. You can check her out there. She is a chatterbox, isn't she? No apologies there. I love it. Well, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Oh, God, yummy. And stand between my toes.
Noreen, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory is riding on my brother's bike across his handlebars, going to my ballet class with my beautiful handmade ballet dress, white socks, and my little slippers, looking all neat and tidy. And then my bloody feet get caught in his bicycle spokes and it rips my socks.
Oh, how old were you?
I know, right? Oh, I was like 7.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
Because ballet was something that I really enjoyed doing, and I liked having my brother take me. And, that day I just got my new ballet dress. My mother had made it and everything, and I had my pink sash. I was just all ballet-ish, and it messed up my outfit. And I noticed that I had gotten really self-conscious of it, and it didn't interfere with my movements, but I was very much aware of the damage to my socks because I was a bit of a sock freak.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Things happen in life and you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
I ripped my socks. My foot got caught in the bicycle spokes, but, I was on a mission. Keep it moving. And I would say that's how I am today. Nothing stops. We can always find a way to keep moving.
Love it. I couldn't say it better. That's great. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
What was my favorite song?
At 12 years
I don't know if it was 12, but I do remember. I do remember I liked Gary Glitter.
What song from Gary Glitter?
Did you miss me? Yeah. When I was away, did you hang my picture on your wall? Did you miss me? Yeah. That one.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I love that song.
It's the energy of the Caribbean, folks. The energy of the Caribbean.
It's the water.
Well, Noreen, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Okay.
Noreen,
okay.
Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to? Yes or no?
I do coach. No.
Are you married?
No, not personally. Not personally.
Are you married?
I'm divorced.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, I believe in God.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I have massive amounts of friends.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No, not TV, no.
What about screen time? The phone and the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours?
I would say I do screen time. I time it. It's about an hour a day.
All right. If you had to share with us your own unique, real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Noreen Sumpter, what would you say that is?
I would say own your voice, speak your truth, and live life your way.
Love it. OSL. Noreen, well, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would say if you don't have a personal life coach, get one. It will make a difference in the way you live your life.
I totally agree. I endorse that statement. Noreen Sumpter, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.